So this video is going to show you a very powerful feature with the SnatchBot bot, and that's an automation that allows you to populate a Google Sheet. And there's a lot of reasons why you'd want to do that. You might be exporting onboarding information, like someone's given their email, their phone number and whatever. And you might want to send an email alert to your team, and then the team can check the sheet and see all the information that's come in. It's brilliant if you're sort of collecting emails and you just want a sheet of them at the end of the week, full of them. The bot's delivered for you. Really good for that. It's also a smart way to get continuity of the user experience. So say someone's chatting to the bot and then they sign out and then they come back to the bot a few days later. This automation solves the problem of recognition, because you can fetch information off the Google Sheet as well as export to it. So let's have a look how it works. You may wish to have created a sheet in advance, which I've done here. You'll also get the option within the automation. But having logged into Google Sheets using the same email as I'm logged into my SnatchBot account, I've just set up this simple sheet: name, surname, email. But you could fill, 100 rows depending what kind of data you want to collect. You could have every single interaction and response from the bot's conversation stored here, if that's what place you want to store it. So really useful, but I'm just going to keep the demonstration simple: name and email. So let's collect that by clicking automation. So Salesforce, MailChimp and email come soon, but for now we're doing the Google Sheet. This is the line you need if you're going to retrieve a row, and it's going to populate attributes for you. Which then you can use the attributes in the bot's conversation. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. But I'm now going to put the data into those rows. And the smart thing is you could change your Google account, but the smart thing is it's going to recognize my spreadsheet, the fact I'm logged in there. I could at this point create a new spreadsheet which will link up to the chatbot, but you've seen that I've already created one, so that's the one I'm going to use. It recognizes it. I'm going to use the worksheet 1. I've only got one worksheet, but if you had more here, if you had extra sheets, you'd have the option of moving to those sheets. Of course, you're going to need that. Now, it's synchronized. That's so it recognizes, we recognize, the SnatchBot platform, that you've created these columns. So all the columns you've created will be listed down here. So that's perfect. And then you need to put in the attribute information that you're going to be sending into those columns. So by attribute, I mean that you'll have defined earlier. Let's just backtrack. You'll have defined earlier your variables and your attributes. And the content of these attributes is what we're going to send. So I'm going to be sending first name, last name and email. And I know this might look a little bit complicated. It really isn't. You just define your variables and all your attributes, and then you can bring them into this conversation. There's plenty of documentation on how to do this as well. So let's go back to our automation. It's going to need to be just repopulated here, but I wanted to show you where it was the bot was getting the information that's going into the sheet. It's that spreadsheet. It's sheet 1, and there we have the categories. So I've defined this. I've made this attribute. It's a user defined one. These ones here are all the automatic Facebook Messenger attribute information. So you don't even have to bother defining them yourself. If you're using Messenger, you can get the person's name, gender and so on and export it. So last name, no, wait, it's first name. That was there we go. Look, we're matching the first name, the last name, and the email. All right, so that's it. That's save, and I have created that automation. So from now on, when the bot reaches this interaction, it will send those 3 pieces of information into the database. Let's try and have a quick look how that looks in reality. So we'll just go and chat to the bot on the web. Okay, yeah, let's chat. So this is a very typical kind of marketing bot. And send me offers. Okay, yes, I want an offer. I'm an individual. My first name, let's say, is Peter. Yes, you got my name right. This bot is very careful to check it's got all the data right. My surname is going to be Parker. Correct. Okay, and you want my email. All right, spiderman@gmail.com. That's how, yes, so it's checking. I have the option of going to a different email, but this is good. So it's confirming my details. Peter Parker, spiderman@gmail.com. That is correct, yes. Send me your special offers, please. Now, this is an important link. It's to the privacy policy. And especially if you're operating worldwide, so you're dealing with GDPR compliancy, make sure you've got a means by which someone can understand all the information that you're keeping and how to unsubscribe and so on. So you can put all that in a, you probably already have done it and you've got your privacy policy somewhere. So it's important to give the user that link so that they're up to speed on what's, I mean, they want the special offers, right? They've signed up for them, but still, you need to be compliant with all the privacy protocols. So one smart way to do that, so that it doesn't clutter up the chat too much, is to put it in a URL. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let's go see what happened. I've had a good conversation with that chatbot. I've given it my details. I'm back at your end now. An email alert could have been sent to your team very easily. I'll show you that function a different time. But this is the crucial thing. Look. So every person, and you could have thousands, tens of thousands, I don't know how busy your bot is, could be populating this sheet with their name, their email, and you know that they want to hear from you about your special offers. So it's a really, really great automation tool, especially for the small business, but it has loads of use cases as well for kind of like internal company activity. So anytime you need to populate a database, you don't need a human anymore carefully reading through scripts and retyping them. Just get your bot to automate it using our very, very simple automation tool. So I hope you got the gist of that. It's very straightforward. We've really simplified the process for you. So it all started with this button here, automations, and create automation, and away you go.